What's up folks, Knastcore here and I'm bringing you another Paragon video. This time I want to talk about the first 5 heroes that are already revealed. You see a couple of more in the trailer. I've done a video about them as well, but here we got a closer look about those that are revealed, and we can check out their kits, at least their card decks, a few of them already. So 4 of these you have seen in the trailer. Beside Dekker, she's not in the trailer right now, but here you can take a quick look at them. So let's go into it. Without any further ado, we're starting with Twinblast. Twinblast will probably be an ADC. You see him wielding around dual guns, and we go into the kit and we'll see it right away. So Fight for Glory is his first card you can unlock. It's Reverberate. Damage plus bonus versus shield targets. So as you can see, you got extra damage and bonus versus shield targets. Can come quite handy if you have shield targets on the other side, of course. Next one is Fight for Pride. Again, we got the card Injured Rage. Damage plus buff while wounded. See a second card with damage, and the buff while wounded is something It's something I don't know. Does wounded mean not having 100% health, or is it something like bleeding? Something what will be just happening for a short time? We don't know yet. So what I understand is wounded would be for me having not 100% health. So that's a buff that could be come in handy for way longer time than the bonus on shield targets, because you probably more often not on 100% health compared to fighting against shield targets, just saying here. Next up, Fight for Fortune. The card name is Bounty Stalker. Critical strike plus bonus on successive hits. That's the one I've chosen, by the way. Critical strike is always a good thing, because you can prepare for some kind of damage. You probably at some point of the game you know how long you can stay in a, for example, 1v1 fight. With a critical strike chance, you get some randomness into this. So if someone thinks he got like 50% health and each of my shots, let's say, take 5% health, you know how many shots he can survive until he got a retreat. And with a critical strike chance, you will be able to make him retreat faster, or have some randomness and maybe pulling down his health a bit faster. So that's what I was choosing. The MOBAs that I know for now, I mean, we couldn't play Paragon for now. We just know the trailer, and Epic Games said it's more of a classic MOBA in the case of the basic gameplay or the basic game mechanics. So critical strike chance always comes in handy, and it's something I focus on most of the time when I'm playing ADC. So that's what I got for this. And the last one is Fight for Infamy. Merciless. Critical strike plus bonus versus bleeding targets. So here's the thing. Bonus damage versus bleeding targets. Probably it's damage. The bonus they are talking about here is something cool, but we don't know what kind of skill ability kit he will have. So if he have an ability to make people bleed, that would be a good thing. But if you have to rely on your teammates to make someone bleeding, then this would probably be coming in handy more, because I would say you will have more successive hits. You will more often have successive hits compared to having a bleeding target. Except you're in the dual lane with a support, and that support can make targets bleed. We will talk about this later in the video, because there is some support, probably support, that can make people bleed. So let's go to the next one here, and that is Steel. Steel is definitely a support. If you've check the trailer out, you see that right away. He's a big shield throwing massive piece of metal. First one is Fight for Dominance. Barrier of Will. Armor plus buff to nearby allies. Here you see it. His cards are buffing nearby allies, so it's a big indicator for him being a support. And armor will let him stay longer in fight as well. Next one is Fight for Supremacy. Mind Flow. Energy plus cooldown reductions. So energy will probably be something like mana. Maybe the mages will have mana, and the more machine or future kind of characters will have energy pool. So resource management will be a thing in that game. That's cool. I like if you have to watch out for stuff like that a bit. So the combination of having more energy and cooldown reduction is always a common and good combination, because if you have cooldown reduction you can pull off your abilities more often. If you want to pull them more often you need more energy, so that combination already puts down a good combo that you probably would have combined anyway. So next up is Fight for Victory. The card name is Rally on the Troops. Rally the Troops, not on. Attack speed buff to nearby enemies, so another buff for your teammates, and you have more attack speed, so this is more of an offensive card. Right now we don't know how many cards will be in the deck, but you can check out another video where I'm talking about cards and the system that will be implemented a bit more detailed. And the last one is Fight for Justice. Health plus anti-crowd control. That's the card that I was choosing because crowd control is something really powerful in the MOBAs I played for now. It can lead up to kills, it can turn team fights around, it can help you to escape if you have it, stuff like this. So anti-crowd control could come in handy quite some often. So I like if someone, trying to using crowd control and try to escape, and I don't care about the crowd control when I'm using the Divine Shield card. And also, of course, for support it's always good to be a bit more tanky, having health as well as the other defensive cards. This one with armor, stuff like that. So yeah, that's about Steel so far. Next up, I'm gonna go back here. Next up is Sparrow. That girl was already in the trailer. You could have a good look at her, not in the gameplay, in the more cinematic style trailer. She was there. So we're starting here. Fight for Tradition is the first one, called Silent Indignation. Lifesteal plus attack speed on activate. So this card seems to be having an activation and probably a cooldown, so this kind of cards will be in the game as well. Probably, just from the look of it right now. Lifesteal is always good. She'd probably be a ADC as well, so far, I guess, because she's looking more like a traditional ADC. So Lifesteal will make you stay in the lane longer, and you can heal up more often. You don't need to be that much or that often back to the base here. The next one is Fight for Grace. Offensive maneuvers. Critical strike plus momentary blade turn. Yeah, I talked about critical strike already when we talked about first character, so that's same thing here. Momentary blade turn. I don't know. I gotta say, I don't know what they mean with this. So you momentary blade turn. Sorry, I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments. This description won't help me much about what that card might be. Probably a problem because of English is my foreign language, so I can't use this term right now. Anyway, let's go on. Fight for Loyalty. Hunter's Guile. Damage plus cleanse. So this could be something that is also coming in handy. Cleanse would probably be lane clearing, if I'm not mistaken here. And yeah, damage buff, like I said, ADC is always doing a ton of damage. Doing more of it, always welcome. Next one is Fight for Truth. Charging Brute. Damage plus buff on direct damage. So direct damage is probably the damage you've done not on a shield but on the target itself, I would guess. Or damage that is, yeah, true hits, something like this. We will see. Sounds like a plan to me, having that card already. And yeah, but I choose the tradition. I'd like a more traditional MOBA card that would come in handy, or item. You know, the cards are the item. The items of normal tradition MOBAs. In this case, will be the cards here. But I would, like I said, I'd talk about this in another video, more detailed. So next up is Dekker. Dekker is the one we didn't saw in any trailer right now. So this is a footage. Let you look at her feeds here. So let's take a look at this character. She has guns. What is it, a sword? It's a gun she's holding like a sword. I don't know. Let's wait and see. Well, she has some kind of space suit on. Actually, you can't see the weapon really well, right? No, it's starting again. Oh, is that a sniper rifle she's wearing? The gun is quite long. Could be a sniper rifle as well. I don't see a trigger right now. I don't know. Let's go on here. Fight for Life is the first one. Overflowing Gifts. Cooldown reduction plus health on ability use. So she's healing herself while she's using other abilities. That's a great passive here. Gotta say that. And it seems that she might be kind of a medic. We will see. Fight for Virtue. Nature's Muse. Mana regen plus cooldown reduction. So here we see a mana regen. While Steel got energy, here we see it's about mana. So the mana regen is faster, and the cooldown reduction, this combination, is always good. You know, if you're able to spam your abilities faster, you also need the mana to do so. So she could be a mage as well. We don't know yet. Anyway, next up, Fight for Peace. Stasis Gem. Damage plus limited invulnerability. That's a good thing. That's, by the way, the one I choose. Doing more damage as far as her role goes, as if she's more supported. But no, she doesn't have any abilities that's for teammates as well. So she could be some kind of solo laner, because you know the self-heal comes in handy, and the limited invulnerability will make her able to maybe retreat out of the lane if it's necessary. Or jungler as well, jungler, solo laner, stuff like that. Next up, last one, Fight for Salvation. Horn of the Pure. Health plus buff to nearby allies. So here's a buff, so she can be supportive as well. And she get more health. So we will see if she is support. I would guess more of a solo laner, or maybe jungler. You know, if you jungle, you could have a buff to nearby allies. Comes in handy as well, but we will see in the future. Next up, and the last one, that's the coolest one looking. I mean, Steel is great, but that Grux guy, very cool. I gotta say, I'm a support player in most MOBAs, so I'm looking forward to him being a support as well. Let's see. The first one is Fight for Darkness. Rings of Spirits, mana plus health from kills. So that will make him stay in the lane longer, or stay in fights longer. And having more mana is, yeah, it's okay to you know, pull out your abilities more often. In the trailer you could see he had an ability, a cone-like strike. Just saying here. Anyway, let's go to the next one here. Blood-soaked armor. Armor plus apply bleed when hit. So, if you remember, Twinblast, Twinblast, yeah, Twinblast got a bonus on bleeding targets. So having The combination of Grux as a support in the lane with Twinblast, you can have Crux making the targets bleed and Twinblast making extra damage if you choose the right cards here. And of course armor makes him a bit more staying in the fight here. Next up is Fight for Pleasure, Seek and Destroy, attack speed plus buff from bleeds. So here's the thing, if you can just choose one card for now, or if you can't combine those cards, it's a question if his normal abilities will make the enemy bleed, so he will get buff from bleeds, or if it mean to be his own himself, if he's bleeding, he get a buff. We will see later. Next up, Fight for Power. Incident Onslaught. Mana plus cooldown reduction on hit. Cooldown reduction on hit makes him being a fighter, I would say. So he's like fully into the fights. As a support, you're always on the first lane. You're always in the first lines of the fight. So yeah, that could come in handy. Maybe it's also on hit on minions. So would be a cool thing. We will see. Yeah, that's it for now, folks. Let's take this one as a final picture here. Give me a thing to switch it. Anyway, I don't want to waste your time any longer. Thanks for watching, and check out my other Paragon videos there. This one was a bit long, I know. I'm talking too much, too detailed about stuff we don't even know that much anyway. But what should I say? I'm hyped for the game. Seriously, I'm hyped for the game. And it makes my waiting time a bit easier to talk about this. So if you have additional infos, if you want to tell me something, let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe and watch out for more and more footage coming in case of Paragon. Thanks for watching. My name is Knastcore. See you next time.